Good day to each and everyone. So today I will discuss the Unit 4, exploring the text reflecting different cultures. Learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, the student must be able to number 1, demonstrate the understanding of importance of cultures context in the communication process. Number 2, analyze texts that reflect varied cultures and practices. Number 3, appreciate various cultural identities and differences. Awareness of the different varieties of English with their features as well as understanding the registers of English should be the goal of everyone so there is less misunderstanding and miscommunication. We all know that intercultural communication has an important role to play in effective communication, and pronunciation is the one of the causes of miscommunication. This is so because of the differences in phonology, the way on how to the sound system of pronunciation, or the way on how to pronounce those words. Kachuru and Nelson 2006, page 37, claim that in terms of pronunciation, most outer and expanding circle varieties display differences from the inner circle varieties, similar to those found between regional dialects within the inner circle varieties. These differences may lead to grammatical consequences affecting comprehensions. For instance, among Singaporean and Malaysian speakers of English, a feature noted is implication of final consonant cluster for left and for picked. Such is also the case in Philippines English. Interpretations when vary because of differences in pronunciation. If one says hit it instead of hit it, or she asked instead of she asked, miscommunication is like to happen. In Philippines languages, every vowel is pronounced with full distinct sound a, e, I, o, u. That is, the vowels and Filipinos pronounce words as they are written or spelled out, making it syllable time and not stress time. So when we say syllables in Tagalog, it is pantig. Americans, on the other hand, blend syllables or sometimes even drop some sounds, make syllables short. We can see the differences of us from Americans. They blend syllables to make it short, but for us, we fully distinct of these syllables or some vowels. Like for example, number 1, American English, gotcha. Philippine English, got you. Number 2, American English, what you say? Philippine English, what did she say? Number 3, American English, where do you go? Philippine English, where did you go? Number 4, American English, ja hit it? Philippine English, did you hit it? Number 5, American English, can I get you a drink? Philippine English, can I get you a drink? A cultural barrier does not only pertain to different languages. It may also be in form of a cultural practices or even bodily gesture. For instance, in English-speaking countries and even the Philippines, the thumbs up gesture signal approval. However, it is considered offensive in other countries such as Greece, Italy, and some parts of the Middle East. For us, it is an approval. For them, it is an offensive. Likewise, making a circle with one thumb and forefinger generally means okay in many Western cultures. But this is not so in countries like Japan, where it's interpreted as a sign for money, and in some Arab cultures as a threat. Thus, one should be careful in using bodily gestures. Thus, we should always be remembered that we should be careful in using bodily language, and bodily language should be properly interpreted as their meanings vary from cultures to cultures.